Good morning, everybody. Christina here from the Castaway Kitchen again. I'm really liking these lives because doing edited and produced videos is like outside of my wheelhouse. So I wanted to talk about results because obviously, if you're going to implement this big change in your life, you want to know, well, is it going to pay off, right? And I think most people's results, obviously, what people are looking for when they first start keto nowadays is weight loss. Medical reasons are obviously big too. People with diabetes, insulin resistant, inflammation, and all that stuff. So the before and after, I'll show you guys again. This is a year apart, and I always tell people, and this was already, I had already been like paleo for 2 years. I had already lost a bunch of weight. Like I already lost like 45 pounds, but I felt kind of stuck because I was doing paleo, but I wasn't really doing low carb. And that's about the time where I just had this massive stall. And I read Raw Wolf's Wired to Eat. And that's when I found out I was insulin resistant, started lowering carbs, found my way to keto. What keto did for my body and how it changed was that I finally went from just seeing the scale move to seeing my body change shape, like body composition changes, like burning fat, building muscle. Because one thing I realized when I lost the first 40 pounds was I was really I was disappointed in the results. Because one thing, if you've been overweight your whole life and you lose a bunch of weight, you don't have this like fairy tale Cinderella moment where like, and you like have your dream body all of a sudden. There's often loose skin. You just kind of feel like flabbier. I don't know. I was disappointed. I had lost weight. I still didn't like the shape of my body. I felt like droopy and still not like a fit person, I guess is the only way to put it. And I had been working out. I've been doing spinning and I had been hiking and I was already active. So by becoming a fat burner, by changing that fuel source in my body and balancing out hormones and giving my liver the break that it needed in the detox, and keto did all that for me, my paleo approach to keto, I was able to start shaping my body where I started losing fat on my torso. So I got my waist came back and my legs toned out. I never really realized how much like fat I carried around on my hips because I guess I always focused more on my stomach. So in keto, I lost 15 scale pounds, right, since starting keto. And you think in 2 years, that's nothing. In these pictures, I weigh the same body weight. So even though on keto, the scale isn't moving, my body is changing. I am dropping dress sizes. Whereas before, even though the scale was moving, I was still wearing the same clothes for a long time. So I really think if you're looking for results, I get it. At the beginning, watching the pounds come off, especially when you have a lot of weight to lose, it's a measure of success. And I was there too. I had a lot of weight to lose when I first began all of this. But after a while, when the scale stopped moving and I could have given up, I could have said, oh, I'm not seeing any more results. But instead I kept with it and my body started changing. So for me, keto changed that. Like for me, keto was the key to reshaping my body, to getting my body to metabolize that stubborn, visceral body fat. When you get that like that all that fat like in your torso that's around your liver and your stomach, like in that gives you that roundness in the middle. That's often visceral fat, and that's super stubborn to lose. And because I've had that for so long, I feel like your body often stores toxins and fat. And so if your liver's overworked, too many hormones, too much insulin, blood sugar, all that, like all those elevated things are going to make your liver overtaxed. So keto really helps to kind of give your liver a break from all that stuff so then it can metabolize that stored body fat. It can get rid of those toxins. And that's really when I started seeing the changes. And it's been slow. It's been a slow process, but when I see pictures like that, when I put on my jean shorts out of the dryer and they're loose, I'm like, slow and steady is okay for me, because I'm not gonna like, I'm not on a diet, so I'm not gonna stop anytime soon. It's just my way of life now. Um, so remember, when you're trying to quantify your results, right? Because everyone wants to quantify results. I want to test my ketone levels. I want high ketone levels. I want the scale on the number to drop. Remember that those aren't always what you're really after. You're just trying to measure the success of how much your body is changing. But there's better ways to measure that. Before and after pictures. Take measurements. There's like these places, like they're called like pod, I don't know. And even at your gym, they can do body mass index, things like that, like how much you can lift. If you go to the gym often, you should be improving your performance, running faster, lifting heavier, slow but steady progress. If you're feeling like you're not seeing that progress at the gym, that's a problem, because who cares if the scale is moving, but you're not gaining any muscle. And muscle does weigh more than fat. I know it's like one of those like bumper sticker things that people say, but it's true. So my results for keto were that. My results with keto in the last almost 2 years now. And my keto is very paleo. I do a dairy-free, mostly nut-free, whole food approach. I don't do grains. The only non-paleo foods that I do eat occasionally are stevia or erythritol. And I have a hate-love relationship with them, because I do feel that I can easily get like hooked if I do too many sweets. Even these non-caloric, low-carb sweeteners, I just want more, But this is coming from someone that was like a severe sugar addict. So I still have to really watch. I'm like moving into no sweeteners at all, like eating dark chocolate that's unsweetened, stuff like that. But I've kept with it. I don't do crazy no carb, low carb. I eat plenty of vegetables. I am in ketosis. It took me a long time. It took me a while to get into ketosis or get fat adapted. Even coming from paleo, I did my carb depletion. I practiced carb ups for a while. And if you're wondering what carb ups are, I know it's pretty common now, but people who don't know, it's when you're keto all the time, but like once a week or every certain number of days, you have some carbs with dinner. Usually for women is how I do it, and how I've read that it's better for us. I used to do them regularly, and then I found that I didn't need them regularly. So I kind of just do it when I feel like I need it. Leanne Bogle of Healthful Pursuit is the expert in the carb up department. She has tons of resources on it. And yeah, I eat plenty of green veggies. My needs, I'm very big on like going with what my body is, intuitive eating. And so sometimes I'm super high protein, super high fat, like super low carb. Like yesterday, I swear to God, I think I had like 2 protein shakes with like frozen cauliflower, unsweetened cacao, and coconut milk. And that's what I had all day. And then for dinner, I had a bowl of broccoli. Such a weird day for me. But I had like a ton of protein. And then a few days, and that's probably because I've been weightlifting heavy for like 3 days in a row. So my body's like, protein. But whereas the week before, I was like living off bulletproof coffee. So my needs fluctuate, and I don't focus on the daily numbers, because overall it works out, and I'm seeing results being losing inches on my waist, seeing definition. Like, I mean, I still got fat to lose on my body, but I'm seeing like my oblique definition, my legs are toned, my butt's getting perky, I've got muscles on my arms. So even though the scale's not moving, I see my body changing, and I'm liking the way it's looking instead of just being this flabby, shrinking thing, I'm like, oh, hey, it's looking good. So keto has really been good for building muscle. But like I said, I eat plenty of protein. I don't do that like super low protein keto. I think moderate protein means finding how much protein you need for your activity level, not going off some super low numbers because someone on a Facebook group told you that that's what works. You have to find what works for you. And the proof is in the pudding. Like, that's a pretty impressive before and after for a year. Look at the leg difference and the thing, and like my waist, and same weight. That's all lost body fat, gained muscle, which is way better than just losing fat. And yeah, real food that's anti-inflammatory, because obviously if you're swollen and inflamed from eating crap, you're not going to feel your best either. So for me, that was a difference. Paleo, whole food, real food really helped me heal my body. Keto is what really transformed the shape of my body, what really got my body using fuel efficiently to burn fat and build muscle, more energy. Man, I used to eat a lot on paleo all the time, 3 meals a day plus snacks, and I was still tired. Whereas keto, I can fast, I have energy, I only eat 1 or 2 meals a day. That's another big transformation, not a physical one, but one in my lifestyle, which has been a big positive. Not that eating less is always better. I definitely eat a lot of calories still because my keto meals are higher in calories because of the higher fat content. But being able to, when I travel fast, just so I don't eat crap at the airport, like I can travel for 16, 17, 18 hours because I'm in Hawaii, and keto keeps me satisfied. So lots of awesome transformations, lots of really good results with keto. If you're curious about giving it a try, I'm going to link in the comments articles to my blog that explain the difference between AIP, paleo, and keto, and how I combine all of them. Because for me, whole foods approach, low carb, high fat, moderate protein, good quality proteins is the key. And before you know it, you're going to have a really awesome before and after too. And you're going to like that. That before picture used to be my after picture, and now it's my before picture. So stick with it. Consistency is key. And yeah, just eat real food, man, and you'll get there. So if you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments, and I will write back when I can. I hope you guys have a really good day. Bye.